In the last video I bought this BMW E36 Compact. It was cheap because the technical inspection on it was failed. In this video I'm gonna make it road legal again, but before we do that, let's check out the 3 failed items. Right indicator is foggy, handbrake is not holding well, and there is an air leak which causes the emissions fault. Show you guys the cold start. You can actually hear that it's misfiring. Definitely not supposed to be like that. First MOT failure, and our order of business today is the handbrake. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this cover. This reveals the handbrake adjustment. So I readjusted the handbrake. I made sure if I pull it like 2 clicks, the car doesn't move when I try to push it. So first item I'm considering complete. I'm gonna put back the cover, and then I'm gonna move to the indicator. Well, this was a hassle. I was really scared not to break any tabs, because there's this tab that you have to push on in order to take the indicator off. I was scared not to break it, but seems it's all good. Also, your typical door card problem does indeed include my 36. So let's try and fix that as well. Guys, this car just keeps surprising me. Have you ever seen a door this clean on an E36? It's like brand new. Well, I took the door card off. So here's the problem. These things that are supposed to be glued onto the door card, basically the glue just vanished. I'm gonna need to re-glue them back on, and then I'll be able to put the door card back in place. Let's do that. Whilst I was there, I also took this A-pillar piece off. Well, it has kind of a similar problem. So there's this tab that is supposed to be right here, and it just broke off. I started by removing the glue from the holders of the clips. There was quite a lot of it. Then I switched to the actual door panel and removed all of the old glue.
Also finished repairing the door card and the A-pillar.
After that,
and the indicator.
I figured out
So
the way how these clips were mounted, because there is a specific order. I'll leave a link down below where you can find this. Then I moved on to the indicator. I resealed it. And that's fixed. Installing it back is quite simply. You start from the top, try to align everything as best as possible, be gentle with it. Once everything is aligned, everything should just snap into its place. But this is fixed. The guy mentioned it just did a service on it, so the filter looks pretty new, to be honest. I noticed that this belt is quite loose. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. So probably need to change that one. We also have an oil leak down there. But hey, BMW without an oil leak, that's not happening. Now, I don't like this because it seems like the MAF has been messed with. And this plug seemed to be pretty loose, so I screwed it on. I don't know if that has something to do with the misfire, but I'll try to crank the engine up. There is a very last thing for me to do, is to start it up and see if the unplugged MAF sensor, I mean, it wasn't fully unplugged, it was a little bit loose. Let's see if that has anything to do with the misfires. Yeah, I think it's pretty much as bad as it was. The MAF is my primary suspect for the rough idle. I bought a brand new second-hand one. Hopefully it fits and it's the right one. Even if the MAF is not the problem, I don't trust the dodgy repaired one, so I'm gonna go with this one. Unfortunately, there is no new Bosch unit that I can buy, so it's only used. I've taken the MAF sensor off. It's quite easy. You just take the air filter off, and then there is a connector, a couple of bolts. This is the new MAF. This little thing that you see, the detector, is a bit different, and then there is this little hole on the flap. Where is my repaired one, dodgy one I call it. has this thing a bit differently and there is no hole, but I'm gonna put the new one right now and we'll test it out. Everything's buttoned up. Moment of truth, I guess. Yeah, I'm digging that. I'm digging that for sure. That's much more stable. Let's go, guys. That's the new map. So much more stable. Yes, guys, let's go. I am super pumped, guys, that I need to fix this car in 3 days and go back for my MOT. And if it fails, I need to redo the whole thing again. But whereas now, within these 3 days, they can just recheck the failed items, which we have fixed. We have fixed the indicator, we have fixed the handbrake, and now we have fixed the rough idle, which should get us a pass. I'm about to go to control technique. Hopefully it goes well, fingers crossed, guys. So the CT guy has finished, and guess what? Did we pass or did we not? Comment down below right now whether I passed or not. We did not pass. Unfortunately, our fixes were not sufficient enough. The indicator passed, the emissions passed, which is huge because I was really worried about that one. But the very simplest one that I thought that will pass actually failed, and that is the handbrake. And the reason why it failed is because apparently the way they test it is they test each wheel separately, which is something I didn't know about before. Now the weather is not looking great because it's raining the whole day, but I have 4 hours to adjust the handbrake, come back and get a pass. I loosened the nuts right here, loosened everything. I jacked up the car, put it on jack stands. Now I'm gonna take the wheels off and we're gonna adjust the handbrake. These nuts got me scared a little bit because I thought they were rounded, but they're actually fine. And I also have the socket in my tool set in the car because I thought I don't have it, so, but we're all good. I managed to adjust the handbrake. It was quite difficult because you can't really see what you're doing, so you have to like do it by feeling. So I did all that. I put the wheels back on. I started adjusting it from the interior, and that was the moment when I realized this whole time the car was in gear. What was I thinking leaving the car in gear, like to do the adjustment? So, but I was running out of time because I had to go back for the second control. If I failed this time, then I would have to redo the whole inspection once again. Finally, we passed.
Що, давай не можеш їхати?
Главное сейчас в яму не заехать. We have another year that we can drive this car on the road, and I'm super happy with this. We can start on modifications part, we can start planning the drift events. Stay tuned for future videos on this car. I hope you like it. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye!